The next tool that we have is called ShrinkFatten. Now this tool is often used because it's a really helpful tool. So let's go ahead and get rid of the default cube and add a cylinder object. And now we're going to go ahead and select this top and bottom face. Let's go ahead and insert these faces by pressing I, and then we can extrude these along normals like that. So let's say that I have this pipe and I want to sort of expand this area a little bit. So I want to add more thickness to it. So what we can do is that if we select this loop by holding down Alt and then clicking on this loop, and if we use the scaling tool, you can see that it moves it uniformly in all directions. So that's not something that I want to use in this case. So that's where you can use this ShrinkFatten tool. Now you can use the keyboard shortcut, and that's easier to access, Alt S instead of just S. And it's going to only move these each faces in its normal direction. So Alt S, and then we can sort of move it. So you can see it no longer moves these faces up and down, or sort of doesn't enlarge it, just moves each face outwards. So in this case, you can see I want to do that. So something like that, very easy and quick. Now you can also do this with a different technique, and that would be scaling it and then pressing Shift and Z. So that's going to exclude the Z axis, and then you can get the same result. So then you sort of scale only on the X and Y axes, but sometime when you have object that would be sort of like at a diagonal angle, then it would be a bit hard to do with that trick, because now if I scale and hold down Shift, press Z, you can see that it just gives me a weird result. So I can press Alt S and then I can still get that result very easily and quickly, just like that. So that's how you can use this ShrinkFatten. This push and pull tool, I haven't used this a lot, but what it does is that it sort of pulls all vertices together. So just to show you a quick example, let's go to the top view, add this plane object, move it there. Let's create a few more copies by pressing Shift D, like that, and let's select everything and then tap into edit mode. Now with this tool enabled, push and pull, we can hold on to this icon, move our cursor left and right, and you can see how it sort of pulls everything together. I haven't found any use for it, so that's how you can use ShrinkFatten tool in Blender.